Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Timeless Sagas. Today, we embark on a journey across the waters of time, navigating through the remarkable history of one of the world's most unique cities, Venice. So, settle in and prepare to be transported to a land of gondolas, canals, and breathtaking architecture. Ah, Venice. A city that appears to float on water, suspended between sea and sky, as if by some ancient and mysterious magic. But how did this enchanting city come to be? To answer that question, we must travel back in time to the early 5th century CE. As the Roman Empire crumbled and the barbarian hordes swept through Europe, many people sought refuge from the chaos in the marshy, inhospitable lagoon islands off the coast of what is now northeastern Italy. These daring settlers built their homes on wooden piles driven into the muddy lagoon floor, supporting the structures above the water. The fact that these early Venetians were resourceful enough to build a city on water, of all places, is a testament to their innovation and determination. As time passed, the population of Venice and its lagoon islands grew, and the settlements gradually evolved into a single interconnected city. By the 9th century, Venice was a thriving maritime power, as its strategic location at the crossroads of the Mediterranean and the Adriatic Sea made it an ideal center for trade. It was during this time that Venice's first doge, or duke, was elected, establishing the city as an independent republic. The doges would continue to rule Venice for the next 1,000 years, overseeing the city's transformation into a major European power. Now, let's talk about Venice's iconic mode of transportation, the gondola. These sleek, black boats have been navigating the city's canals for centuries, and their unique design is perfectly suited to Venice's shallow, narrow waterways. Gondolas are a true symbol of Venice's maritime heritage and a testament to the city's enduring relationship with the water. Even today, the gondoliers who pilot these vessels continue a proud tradition that has been passed down through generations. One of Venice's most famous landmarks is the spectacular St. Mark's Basilica, a stunning fusion of Byzantine, Romanesque, and Gothic architecture. The basilica was built in the 11th century to house the relics of St. Mark the Evangelist, whose body was allegedly smuggled out of Egypt by two wily Venetian merchants. The basilica's ornate gold mosaics and glittering treasures are a testament to Venice's wealth and power in the Middle Ages. Speaking of treasures, let's discuss the darker side of Venice's history for a moment: piracy. That's right, folks, the Venetians were no strangers to plunder and pillage on the high seas. In fact, they were sometimes known to engage in acts of piracy themselves, often targeting their maritime rivals, the Byzantines. However, it's important to remember that piracy was a widespread and accepted practice in the Mediterranean during the Middle Ages, and the Venetians were simply playing by the rules of the time. Now, if we're going to talk about Venice's maritime exploits, we can't forget the city's most famous sailor, Marco Polo. Born in Venice in 1254, Polo embarked on a 24-year journey that took him all the way to the court of Kublai Khan in China. His tales of exotic lands and fabulous riches captivated the imaginations of Europeans for centuries and helped to inspire a new age of exploration and discovery. Of course, no discussion of Venice's history would be complete without mentioning the city's most infamous resident, Giacomo Casanova. The legendary lover and adventurer was born in Venice in 1725, and his scandalous exploits and daring escapes earned him a place in the annals of history. Casanova's colorful life is a reminder that Venice was not just a city of merchants and sailors, but also a hotbed of intrigue, romance, and scandal. As the centuries passed, Venice's fortunes began to decline. The discovery of the New World and the rise of powerful maritime empires like Spain and Portugal shifted the balance of power in Europe, and Venice struggled to maintain its position as a major trading center. The city's decline was further exacerbated by a series of devastating plagues, which decimated the population and left Venice a shadow of its former self. Yet, even in its twilight years, Venice continued to make an indelible mark on the world stage. In the 18th century, the city became a hub of artistic and intellectual activity, attracting luminaries like the composer Antonio Vivaldi and the playwright Carlo Goldoni. Venice's unique blend of artistic innovation and cultural sophistication made it a favorite destination for European elites on their grand tour, a rite of passage for young aristocrats that involved traveling to various cultural centers to broaden their horizons and refine their tastes. Today, Venice is a city of contrasts, where the grandeur of the past sits alongside the challenges of the present. The city's historic buildings are under constant threat from rising sea levels and the steady creep of modernity, while the increasing number of tourists each year puts a strain on Venice's fragile infrastructure. But despite these challenges, the people of Venice continue to fight for the survival of their city, just as their ancestors did more than 1,000 years ago. So there you have it, the story of Venice, a city that rose from the marshes to become a jewel of the Mediterranean and a symbol of human ingenuity and perseverance. From its humble origins as a refuge for Roman citizens fleeing barbarian invasions to its golden age as a maritime power and center of artistic achievement, Venice has never ceased to captivate the world with its beauty, romance, and enduring spirit. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of Venice here on Timeless Sagas. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating sagas from the annals of human history. Until next time, remember, history is full of stories, and the present is no exception. Stay curious, my friends.